Your home should support your mind and mood as you age, but certain everyday features in your living space may be quietly affecting your energy, memory, and emotional well-being. Yes, your house might be slowly damaging your brain, and you have no idea it's happening. Look, I know that sounds extreme, but here's what doctors and researchers aren't telling most people over 70. The walls around you, the light coming through your windows, even the way your furniture is arranged right now is changing the chemistry in your brain. And for seniors, this effect is way stronger than you think. So if you've been feeling more tired, more confused, or just not like yourself lately, your home might be the reason. I'm going to show you 5 specific things in your house that are doing this to you right now, and more importantly, how to fix each one of them. Most of us spend decades building our homes, filling them with stuff, creating routines. But after 70, something changes. Your brain starts processing things differently. And suddenly that same house that felt comfortable for years starts working against you instead of for you. The scary part is that it happens so slowly, you don't even notice. One day you just realize you're more anxious, more scattered, more down than you used to be, and you blame it on age. But age isn't the only thing going on here. First, lighting. Let's start with something simple. Light. When was the last time you really thought about how much light is coming into your home? Because here's what happens in your brain when light hits your eyes. There's this chemical called serotonin. You've probably heard of it. It's basically your happiness chemical. When natural light comes in, your brain makes more of it. You feel more awake, more positive, more energized. That's not just feeling good, that's actual chemistry changing inside your head. But here's the problem. A lot of seniors keep their curtains closed. Maybe it's to save on heating or cooling. Maybe it's for privacy. Maybe the bright light just feels too harsh. So rooms stay dim all day long. And when it's dim, your brain does the opposite. It starts making melatonin instead. That's your sleep chemical. So you're walking around your house in the middle of the day, and your brain thinks it's time to sleep. No wonder you feel tired all the time. And it gets worse at night. If you're not getting enough bright light during the day, your sleep cycle gets messed up. You can't fall asleep when you want to. You wake up in the middle of the night, you feel groggy in the morning, and the whole cycle starts again, all because of light, or the lack of it. Here's what you need to understand. Your brain after 70 is more sensitive to this than it used to be. The same amount of dim light that wouldn't have bothered you at 50 can really drag you down at 75. So opening those curtains, letting in that morning sun, it's not just about seeing better. It's about feeling better. It's about giving your brain what it needs to function right. Before we continue, take a second to hit the like button so more people can find this. And drop your location in the comments. I always love seeing where everyone's watching from. Now let's continue. Second, clutter. Now let's talk about all that stuff piling up around your house, the papers on the table, the boxes in the corner that you keep meaning to sort through, the closet so full you can't find anything. You might think it's just messy, but your brain sees it as something else. Noise. See, every single object in your view is something your brain has to process. That stack of mail, those old magazines, that pile of clothes on the chair. Your brain is constantly looking at all of it, trying to make sense of it, trying to remember what it is and what you need to do with it. And after 70, your brain processes all this information slower than it used to. So the more stuff you have around, the more your brain is working overtime just to handle your environment. This creates stress, real physical stress. You might not even realize you're stressed, but your body does. Your heart rate goes up a little. Your breathing gets a little shallower. You feel more on edge, and you can't figure out why. It's because your environment is literally overloading your mind. And here's something deeper. A lot of that clutter is tied to the past. Old photos, old gifts, old belongings from people who aren't around anymore. Every time you see those things, your brain goes back in time. It pulls you into memories, into grief, into who you used to be instead of who you are now. And that keeps you stuck. You're not living in the present because your house won't let you. When you start clearing things out, something amazing happens. Your mind gets quieter. You can think clearer. You feel more in control. You realize you don't need to hold on to everything to remember what mattered. The good memories stay with you no matter what. But the mental weight of all that stuff, that can finally lift. Third, sound. Here's something most people never think about. Sound, or the lack of it. If you live alone, how much of your day is completely silent? No TV, no radio, no music, no voices. Just quiet. And you might think that's peaceful, but too much silence does something strange to your brain. Humans aren't built for total silence. We're built for connection, for interaction, for sound that means something. When it's too quiet for too long, your brain starts to feel isolated. Loneliness creeps in, and with loneliness comes anxiety. You start getting stuck in your own thoughts, and those thoughts can get darker and darker when there's nothing else to focus on. But here's the thing, it doesn't take much sound to change this. Just a little music in the background, a podcast, even the sound of people talking on TV. These sounds do something important. They keep your brain engaged. They activate parts of your mind that connect to memory and emotion. They remind you that you're part of a bigger world, even if you're sitting alone in your living room. Think about it like this. Your brain has these pathways, like little roads that connect different areas. When you hear music you love, when you hear laughter, when you hear voices talking about things that interest you, you're keeping those roads active. You're keeping your mind alert and alive. But when everything is silent all the time, those roads start to fade. Your brain gets lazy, and you feel it. You feel slower, foggier, more disconnected. So if your house has been too quiet, change that. Put on some music from when you were younger. Turn on a show that makes you laugh. Call someone and put them on speakerphone while you do the dishes. These little sounds are feeding your mind in ways you don't even realize. Fourth, layout and control. Now think about how your house is set up. Can you reach the things you need easily, or do you have to dig through cabinets, move things around, struggle to find what you're looking for? Is your furniture arranged in a way that makes sense? Or have you just left it the same way for 20 years because that's how it's always been? This matters more than you think, because when your home is organized, when everything has a place, when you can move through your space easily, something happens in your brain. You feel capable. You feel in control. And that feeling of control is one of the most important things for your mental health after 70. See, a lot of what makes people feel depressed or anxious as they get older is the sense that they're losing control. Their body doesn't work like it used to. Their memory isn't as sharp. The world is changing faster than they can keep up with. But your home, that's something you can control. And when you take that control, when you organize your space in a way that works for you, your brain registers that. It says, hey, I can still do this. I'm still capable. I still matter. This is why you see some seniors completely light up when they rearrange a room or finally organize that closet they've been avoiding. It's not just about having a cleaner space. It's about reclaiming power over their environment, which means reclaiming power over their life. And here's a practical tip. Create what I call islands of purpose. That means setting up different areas of your home for different activities. A corner for reading with good light in a comfortable chair. A spot for hobbies with all your supplies within reach. A table for meals that's always clear and ready. When each area has a clear purpose, your brain knows what to do there. It reduces confusion and makes every part of your day feel more intentional. Also, simplify your pathways. Make sure you can walk from room to room without obstacles. This isn't just for safety, though that matters too. It's because clear paths make your brain feel like you can move freely, like you have space to breathe. Blocked paths make you feel trapped, even if you don't consciously realize it. Fifth, memories. Now let's go deeper. The memories in your home. Every object around you carries a story. Some of those stories lift you up, some of them drag you down, and you get to choose which ones stay. Look around your house right now. What do you see? Maybe there's a photo of someone you lost. Maybe there's furniture from a marriage that ended. Maybe there's stuff from a version of yourself that doesn't exist anymore. Every time you see these things, your brain reacts. Sometimes with joy, sometimes with sadness, sometimes with regret. The question is, what do you want to feel? Because you have more control over this than you realize. You can keep the memories that make you smile, that remind you of good times, that give you strength, and you can let go of the ones that keep reopening old wounds. This isn't about forgetting. It's about choosing what energy you want in your space. Here's something powerful. The energy in your home literally rewires your brain. If you're surrounded by things that make you feel sad or anxious, your brain is constantly producing stress chemicals, cortisol, adrenaline, all the stuff that wears you down over time. But if you're surrounded by things that make you feel peaceful, grateful, connected, your brain produces different chemicals. Oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, the stuff that heals you. So curating your memories isn't selfish. It's necessary. It's how you protect your mind. Keep the photo that makes you laugh. Let go of the one that makes you cry. Keep the chair you love to sit in. Donate the one that just reminds you of arguments. You're not erasing the past. You're just deciding not to live in it anymore. Here's what all of this comes down to. Your home environment is not separate from your mental health. It's not just background. It's actively shaping how you feel, how you think, how you experience every single day. And the amazing thing, the thing that gives you all the power here, is that you can change it. You're not stuck with a house that makes you feel bad. You can open the curtains, you can clear the clutter, you can add some music, you can rearrange the furniture, you can choose which memories to keep close. Every single one of these changes sends a signal to your brain, a signal that says, I'm taking care of myself, I'm in control, I matter. And your brain responds. It starts producing the right chemicals, it starts forming new pathways, it starts healing. Not because of some expensive treatment or complicated therapy, just because you change your environment. This is especially important after 70 because your brain is more sensitive to your surroundings now. But that sensitivity goes both ways. Yes, a bad environment can hurt you faster, but a good environment can heal you faster too. Your brain is still capable of change, still capable of growth, still capable of joy. You just have to give it the right conditions. Conclusion. So here's what I need you to understand. Your home is a mirror of your mind. When your space is dark and cluttered and silent and chaotic, that's what your mind becomes. But when your space is bright and organized and alive and intentional, your mind follows. You become sharper. You become more joyful. You become more peaceful. Not because you're pretending everything is fine, but because you're actively creating the conditions for your brain to thrive. You've spent your whole life taking care of other people, building a career, raising a family, doing what needed to be done. Now it's time to take care of your environment so it can take care of you. Every small change matters. Every bit of light, every cleared surface, every meaningful sound, every intentional choice about what stays and what goes. It all adds up. And your mind, your beautiful, capable, still growing mind, is waiting for you to give it what it needs. If this helped you see your home differently, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next.